Yo, what's up, guys? Raptors with a despicable loss tonight, guys. Losing to the Washington Wizards. 138, guys. 117, guys. What an absolutely horrendous defensive display tonight by the Toronto Raptors. The other night against the Miami Heat, Raptors played great defensively, held Miami to under 100 points, like I mentioned in my previous video, guys. Only team to hold Miami to 100 points in the only two games they played the Raptors this year. And incredible tonight to see the Raptors give up 138 points to the now 6-23 Washington Wizards. Like, my God, man. I knew this game was headed in the wrong direction when the Raptors gave up 73 points in the first half alone. That's when I knew. I'm like, it's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? And of course, ironically enough, it was. Luckily enough, Scotty Barnes played in this game. He was dealing with the flu, unfortunately. Colin Murray-Boyles didn't play in this game due to the exact same reason. He had a flu, wasn't good enough to go. Obviously, no Jakob Poeltl again. Obviously, no RJ Barrett. And we obviously saw missing Jakob Poeltl where that killed the Raptors in the paint, down low in the post, rebounding. It was an absolute mess tonight, guys. Washington out-rebounded the Raptors 55-39. 16 more rebounds than the Raptors, guys. Just inexcusable, if you ask me, to a Washington Wizards team who is one of the worst teams, guys, in the league. If not the worst team in the league, honestly. So I cannot believe I watched the Raptors play the defense they played. I watched the Wizards shoot 59% from the field tonight and 46% from three. Like, are you bloody kidding me tonight with this defensive display by the Raptors? Like, you had 6 Wizards tonight in double figures. You had freaking George with 23, who had 18 in the first half, was absolutely torching the Raptors in the first half. They were able to limit it in the second half. So, regardless of that, though, you have Sarr with 15. McCollum with 21. Koulibaly with 21. Carrington with 15. Johnson with 12. Like, this is the Washington Wizards, for God's sakes. We made them look like they're a top 5 team in the East tonight. We give up that amount of points tonight to this ball team? Are you kidding me, man? Like, come on. The bench got outscored like 52-28. Like, this is inexcusable by the Raptors tonight, guys. Honestly, you had Sandro Bamu, who had 10 points in the first quarter, finishes up the game with 13. Where the hell was his offense the rest of the bloody game? Scotty, like I mentioned, was sick. He only had 14. Brandon Ingram was one of the only few guys who was productive offensively. Him and Emmanuel Quickley. Ingram had 29. Quickley had 25. But Quickley's the bloody point guard. He needs to be making smarter decisions with the basketball. And some of the things he was doing tonight, he wasn't doing. So, a lot of questions regarding Quickley with his decision-making because he's the bloody point guard. Doesn't make the right moves sometimes. I see Jamal Shed making the smarter moves more than Quickley, and that's a bit frustrating if you ask me after we paid Quickley all this money, guys. So, I need to see more in terms of being smart with the basketball. And then you get guys like Grady Dick, 5 points on 15 minutes. Jamal Shed only had 6 points, on 19 minutes. But like I said, he's more of a facilitator, not a scorer. But I would like to see him shoot the ball more with a little bit more efficiency. That would be nice to see. Ochai Agbaji, 25 minutes tonight. I'm not the craziest fan about Ochai, guys. 8 points on 25 minutes, 4 of 9 shooting. Need to see more from him. He's bloody starting for Christ's sakes. We need more from him. And then you get guys like Jacoby Walter, who I thought played great tonight, making the most of his minutes. 17 minutes tonight, guys, 15 bloody points. 5 of 7 shooting. Jacoby should have played more tonight. I thought he was very good tonight for the Raptors. And unfortunately, tonight it comes in a losing effort because I thought he played very well, especially in the third quarter. The guy had 9 points on 3 of 3 shooting in the third. He was playing some very effective basketball. But unfortunately, everybody else was not. Then you get Mogbo and Battle, who didn't play much, didn't do very much. Lawson and Temple didn't play very much tonight, guys. So it was mostly the starters and the bench that were lacking defensively, breakdowns like no tomorrow. Washington was playing guys one-on-one a lot of the time, and they were just beating them. It was crazy to see to me, The Wizards were double-teaming Scotty at times, double-teaming B.I. They had the formula to stop us. They just had more energy tonight. But my God, you want to be a playoff team in the NBA, you want to be taken seriously. These are the type of games that you got to bury. You got to win these type of games. You can't be giving up 138 points to the 5-23 or 6-23 Washington Wizards. That's unacceptable. You know, you got dominated in every facet tonight. Like, that is not good to get dominated. Like, my God, fast breaks points, 21-8. You know, like, that is horrendous. 15 points off turnovers, and the Raptors only had 10 turnovers. And Washington scored 15 points. You know, they took advantage when they had to, the Wizards. Like I mentioned, rebounding, inexcusable. Washington got to the line 18 times, 83%. Raptors did a good job drawing fouls. Yeah, they went 25-27. They shot 93% from the free throw. But they weren't making some smart decisions offensively, guys. They were rushing shots, you know, just settling too much, not driving the lane. And that's what was pissing me off in this game tonight. But the defense was the biggest attribute as to why the Raptors lost this game tonight, guys. You're down 21 at one point. You're like, come on, man. This is the bloody Wizards. No disrespect to the Wizards, but they're trying to finish bottom of the league. They're trying to tank at a top 5 pick. So I don't understand how the Raptors can go and play like this after Christmas and put in this type of effort. Like, it's inexcusable. And then points in the paint. Like I said, guys, 62-44. Like, compared to rebounds and that, like, it was a mess today down low tonight. They just had a field day today, the Washington Wizards. And, you know, like, we're talking about the Wizards here. You know, the Raptors schedule doesn't get any easier. You play the Golden State Warriors on Sunday. Then you got the Orlando Magic. Then you got the Denver Nuggets. Those are 3 very, very difficult games. This game was a gimme. And you play like this, you know, the 3 games that they played, other than the Miami game, you lose to Brooklyn. You should have beaten them. You lose to Boston without Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And then you lose tonight? Like, come on, man. You want to be a serious team in the NBA and in the Eastern Conference, you got to win those games. You have to win those games. The Raptors should have 21 wins, guys, and they only have 18. That is unacceptable. They should be 21-10. They honestly should be. But the little things, it's the little decision makings, the little tidbits of mistakes that you make are going to cost you in games. And the Raptors made too many bloody mistakes tonight, guys. You know, like, incredible to me how bad defensively they were tonight. Washington just shot when they wanted to, drove down low in the post when they wanted to. There was zero help defense by the Raptors. It was one of those games that you want to forget very, very quickly. But my God, man, this was just an absolutely horrendous performance tonight by the Toronto Raptors, guys. Like I mentioned, you got the Warriors on Sunday at 3 o'clock. That's not going to be an easy game. You know, the way they played tonight, I better not see that shit on Sunday, because the breakdowns were horrendous. Some shot selections were horrendous. They weren't even playing bad, the Raptors. You know, in the first half, they were scoring, but they couldn't stop a lick. They couldn't stop a lick in the first half, guys. Then in the second half, the third quarter, I thought they played okay, but then in the fourth, it blew up in their face, guys. You know, to let Washington outscore you 36-17, like, and to start the quarter on a 15-4 run, that's just not good, man. The Raptors have been struggling to score in the fourth quarter this year, guys. They're averaging a league low 22 points a game in the fourth. You ain't gonna win in the league scoring only 22 a game in the fourth. That's the closeout quarter. That's the quarter you close out games. The Raptors have not been doing that as of late. They only did that against Miami. Need to see a better effort from this team. I understand you're missing Yak, RJ, CMB, but this game tonight was not good enough. This was a team that showed that they have a lot of steps to go before they show any maturity when it comes to making the playoffs and having a possibility of winning a round or two. But unacceptable performance tonight by the Raptors. Need to see more from certain players, guys. Just not good enough from the bench tonight. Like I mentioned, getting outscored, dominated in the paint, dominated on the boards, got dominated every facet tonight by the Washington Wizards. Credit to them. They played a great game tonight. But that is also due to the fact that the Raptors played like dog shit defensively tonight, guys. But guys, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this game tonight. So click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Go Raptors, go as always, guys. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Raptors Unfiltered. Ciao, guys.